done.
Our lives are in your hands and you have butterfingers. The door locks.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Billy, boot up the door lock. The door lock. The door locks.
Put up the door lock. Pizza, pizza.
If you keep doing that, I'm gonna have to call the police.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Halloween special of 2022. This year, right now, in 4K, we're going to do something in a previous video that probably would have worked better as a Halloween video than what I'm doing right now. So, you know, what we're going to be doing is doing a head-to-head comparison on Pennywise clown and the mummy figure from NECA Toys. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Okay. Anyway, what we're going to compare them on, this head-to-head battle, is 1, style of the 2, articulation, 3, accessories,
Let's get some fucking
4, the problems of the figure.
You've gotten complaints?
That's what we're going to be doing today. Hope.
Please don't say that.
First figure I'm going to be looking at is Pennywise the Clown. And you can see here, he looks very unique. He has these balloons. And you can see all the sculpting. He's got the wrinkles in his like pajama leotard. I don't know what you call the clown outfit, but he's got that blue and green and purple stripes on his sleeve. That's his face sculpt I have for him, and it looks great. Great paint jobs all around. Great sculpting with like all of those details. He's one of the most unique looking figures. It really just pops. He really pops off the screen, and well, not screen, more like, you know, basic. Yeah. He pops compared to other figures. That's what I mean to say. And he's really colorful. And I know that some of it's from the figure and the character. I mean. But that works. It works. Now, on to the complete opposite. Okay, I'm not gonna be too mean on the mummy, because to be fair, these are two different characters. Now, don't get me wrong, I am being a little mean here, because the mummy is a very different figure compared to Pennywise, and he's a different character, and he's a lot more of a mute character. I mean, this is a mummy, so it's not going to be as...
Oh, hey there, gorgeous mama.
I mean, I'm not scared.
The popping and like the, I don't know why I keep saying that. The color of the character, I think that it's definitely less striking as a figure as Pennywise. But I think he still looks great here. He's got really nice texturing with like the creases and the bandages, and the face work looks amazing. It really captures that actor Karloff look. I guess it does come with bandages wrapped around you. You can wrap around. Obviously, I don't have that right now because it's kind of hard to do with the figure, but you know, I think he looks pretty good, but it's Pennywise. I'm sorry. I know that's kind of unfair in this regard, but I mean, my reviews are never really that fair. I think Pennywise wins. It just goes out of... I think he's just the better looking figure, just based off of... thing that we're going to be looking at is articulation, and we have... Let's start with Pennywise, just like we always do. Movement in the arm, like you can see here, his arm moves on a ball joint, and his forearm and elbow bend. Wait, no, his elbow bends, and his forearm swivels, and his hand swivels, and and it bends. So for his arm, leg articulation, it's just a small joint on his whole. My God, I am horrible with body terminology.
I have a small penis.
And a bend at the knee. Bend at the knee. Swivel at the foot. And like a whole joint. Now for the articulation, it all works, and he does have a ball jointed head, but the problem is, I'll get to that when I get to that. And I think his articulation overall is pretty touchy. So that's Pennywise's articulation. Pretty good, but let's just baby. Please, Pennywise, please. Okay. No. Let's move on to the mummy's articulation. So, so he has a ball joint at the head, you know, as you do. He's got a ball joint at the shoulder, and bend at the elbow, swivel at the foot, swivel at the hand right here, bend. And oh my God, bend at the knee, and then swivel at the top. So, but yeah, Pennywise. Pennywise also has.
Please don't say that.
Body kind of. Swivel that around. So, yeah. So in terms of articulation, a mummy has like some of the best articulation out of any figure I own. Period. So yeah, this is kind of Pennywise's articulation is good. Definitely for a figure, just in terms of a figure compared to other figures. But to NECA figures, I think he's very touchy and very delicate. It doesn't really work for him because it's just kind of, you know, it has.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
Alright, so let's continue on to the accessories. So let me.
Check it out.
First off, this is probably really annoying.
It is.
But first off, we got alternate heads. So we got this head of Pennywise on his bad day when he splashes oil on.
My mouth is full of oil.
Anyway, this is his alternate head. One of his alternate heads, and him being an angry little goober. This is okay. Well, this is him on being an angry little goober, more like. It's more. And this one's just weird. This is like his. I know in the movies, like I think this is his transformation face. I don't know. They all look good. I just have his smiling face because that just works for him. Got an extra yellow balloon for some reason. That's kind of weird. I think this is a factory error on NECA part, but on NECA's part. So and then we got some alternate hands.
They don't give a shit.
They're alternate hands.
They don't give a shit.
We have this thing.
Fucking yikes for me.
I don't know what the hell this. I don't know. We got this paper hat.
The boat.
From the movie. You know, I don't. Do you need to know what this is from? I mean. Okay, Pennywise.
One of these guys is gonna jump scare me.
This is great.
Besides that, we have the balloons, obviously, and I think that's a pretty fair amount of accessories. Obviously, there was alternate hands, but I don't
really give a shit.
So let's just start off with the alternate heads. We have the bandage and put this around his body, but it doesn't really work as much unless you know how to tie a knot, and I don't because I'm a failure of a human being. This is his. This looks no different, but
It's the exact same.
this is his eyes open face. So that's cool, right? That is just what's up. I'm I'm Joe Rogan, and today we're gonna be talking about some stuff about how monkeys control the military warheads.
Crazy 800-pound silverback bursting through the trees. Fucking diesel. Square-headed.
Cartoon monkey.
And this is when Joe Rogan is mad, and he's arguing, he's eating butts of porcupines.
He's the sharpest of the bunch there.
That's the sentence that I said. But yeah, there's an alternate hands, whoopee, yeah.
Give a shit.
But his main cool thing is this chest with like these I know what the word is, but I'm just forgetting. I'm trying to be, scientific with this, even though it's not scientific. You know what? Anyway, what's inside here is a scroll.
Behold, the dragon scroll.
And it has all these cool little things on it. And it's pretty neat, I'll admit. It's pretty neat. Section just based off what you get. I do think the Pennywise's accessories are a little more interesting. Cause I mean, this is cool. I'll admit that this is definitely a cool thing to have, but it isn't really go well with. Well, I mean, you can place it next to the mummy, and that works. Have him talk about, la-di-da-di-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba. Though it's a cool bonus, I don't think it's deserving completely, because the alternate heads are cool, don't get me wrong, but they're expected. You expect them.
It's being done.
And I know I'm taking this for granted, but but like, NECA, I love you, but I just think that the balloons give Pennywise a leg up in terms of how it looks with the figure, and it gives them a lot more of a, presence. Or, well, I don't know how you say. So I think I'll give the accessories section of this video to Pennywise, because I think now the bulk of this. Okay. So
Say something.
the problems of the figure.
Baby!
There are a lot of Pennywise.
And I mean a lot. Like a lot. Like a dump truck.
Pennywise, he's kind of has issues. So the first one of these issues I have with Pennywise is his head. I know I kind of mentioned it, but his head falls off so much. His head just comes right off, and it's everywhere, and it annoys me. I can't really move the head, and it's real touchy, especially with this collar. And this collar looks nice with him, but it just makes me so annoyed, because it's like you try to get, especially with this review, I try to, especially just fiddling around with him is just so annoying. So you just got to be so delicate with him. And that's, I know it's a NECA figure, but it is just annoying how it just falls off, and it's annoying. Alright? I mean, do I really need to explain? One minor problem I have with them, too, I guess, is the second. He's kind of top heavy, and he's kind of hard to stand. This is just kind of minor. I mean, I do have stand with him, so it does help.
Who the hell cares about the base?
Definitely, I mean, he falls over just because of the. Sometimes there's like banging and stuff like that around him.
No, what are you doing?
Causes him to fall, which makes sense with any figure. So, I mean, yeah. But it's just, that's a minor problem. I probably should have mentioned that first. But
I really am a big fucking idiot.
that's what you get, baby. That's what you get for Camelrants. Main problem I have, or the second main problem I have with them, is the balloons.
Maggots.
The balloons are these. Cool? They're cool. They're really cool, but they are definitely annoying to get into his hand. In my opinion, it just, especially with the head, combined with the head, it is the most annoying thing. Falls off, his head falls off, then his next thing you know, his balloons start to fall out. And You have to hold down on his balloons so they don't fall out. And I do have them twisted to each other and stuff like that. The biggest problem I have with them is this fashion over function with this. Compared to the Mummy, which I'm going to say he has, in terms of just the annoying quirks of him or problems of him, he has no problem, as far as I know. He has no, like, standing issues really, outside of maybe the occasional fall, maybe. That's probably his biggest problem, is he falls a little bit, but that's just how the figure world goes. Game on. Describing it like that, but you know how I mean, I guess. He has no problems. And I know, in a way, Pennywise has a very hard design to get into a figure that is like properly scaled and all that, and like proportioned, and is very a hefty figure. So it's like it's kind of hard to make him perfect, and he has got a very weird main accessory. And I get that, and this kind of the Mummy is a lot easier to make into a figure. It's just the Mummy, and I get that. And it's like, which one should I choose? Because in some ways, I like Pennywise's look, and it's harder to do it probably to make him into a figure. Quite like both of these figures for different reasons, but
I'm a total freaking rock star.
it is kind of in a stalemate right now. More like I think of all the times he's fallen apart. Everything's going awry, and
Kill you in your sleep.
especially with making this video. So I'm sorry. I think the winning figure, just in terms of accessibility and just not annoyingness, and he's still a good looking figure, so it's not that big of a deal. None of this should really matter. It's the Mummy, baby. It's the Mummy. He's doing it. He's doing the Mummy. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to call the police.
Return this. Oh, come.
What the hell do you think? You little goblin chick.
That's, I think the Mummy wins.
What? Why?
Oh yeah, I should probably mention that I should probably rank these like along with the other figures from the last video. I'm gonna give Pennywise a 4.1 because I think he's better than Leatherface and Ghostface because he's more of a... I think I like his look a lot better and stuff like that. I like Ghostface's look, but his problems outweigh his thing. So, I mean, I think in a way he's more problematic. Pennywise is more problematic than Freddy Krueger. Just he's all over the place, and he's very problematic compared to anyone above him. So that style, I'm gonna just review of him in a short sentence is he's a good looking figure, but he's not, you know, doesn't have that function to back him up. So
This sucks.
Mummy, I think he's a 4.6.
Return this.
I think he's better than Jason because he has a lot of articulation and he's so versatile with the poses. His look is a little less than Pennywise, but I think I just prefer a better functioning figure that still looks good than a fantastic looking figure but functions poorly. So that's my rating, and I think I will also redact Michael Myers' rating down to 4.7 as well, because it's like it's not as good as I thought. Sorry, Michael, but you can't win them all, buddy. and Halloween ends. Who cares? Who genuinely cares about this? I don't know how to end this.
911, what's your emergency?
Normal people need sleep.
Yeah, I know what it's called.